Hey, hello, how's it going? Welcome to another Star Survivors video. It's me, Cranberry. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. This is gonna be more of like I guess a build. Technically it's like a deck builder, so I guess you would call it more like a deck tech. I don't know. But we're playing. I've been trying a bunch of different builds out, and it's important to note that I don't have all of the cards unlocked yet. So it's not fair to say that this is like 100% definitely the best build in the game. It's hard to say. I haven't seen all the upgrades. I don't have them all yet, so I don't know, but this is the one that's worked for me the best so far. It's a pretty simple build. It is a laser build, or beam, I guess beam technically. We'll do the quick deck tech here. This is my Come Beam deck, and it focuses on three beams: Atom Beam, uh, Plasma Cutter, and Lancer Beam. God Beam is in here too, but it's the least important of the beams. These three are our main beamers here, and then we have a bunch of just beam upgrades. And then really important is our utility items here. We have these expansion slots, both for left and right side. And then we have machine learning, which will increase your experience gains. It's important to do your best to find as many of these three as you can before you start taking your primary weapons, because as you unlock or as you pick up primary weapons, let's say for example, I start the game off and I immediately go Atom Beam, uh, Lancer Beam, and then Plasma Cutter right away, right? If I take all three of those right off the bat, all of these other perks start showing up whenever you level up, right? All of these upgrades to the beam start showing up, and it dilutes your pool, so it makes it much harder to find your expansion slots and your machine learning. So do your best in the early game to prioritize taking these first, and then you start adding your weapons and stuff like that, right? Some of the key cards here as well. I will say I mentioned that there's the three most important beams. There's Atom Beam, Thermal Lance, and Plasma Cutter. Plasma Cutter is important, but it's probably the third most important. And the reason why it's a big deal is because of this upgrade here. The +1 beam length to all the quadrant equipment. Very important and very strong. So this is the reason why we even have Plasma Cutter in here. Um, and yeah, I mean we take this as well. We take some of these other upgrades here. And you know what? On the fly here, I feel like maybe we should get rid of. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave Plasma Cutter in here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of Plasma Cutter actually on the fly here. I don't know. You don't hit that often with the Plasma Cutter unless you get the +2 beam length. And you know what? Wait, we can upgrade what? Excuse me, huh? Is that something I've always been able to do? Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. What the hell? Hold on. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, well, we're making an adjustment to our build here, I think, a little bit. Um. Oh, wait, we only have one copy of it, though? Is that correct? Hold on. How do I... Excuse me. Add card, please. Sorry, little on-the-fly deck teching here. One moment, please. Where... where it did... Am I losing my mind? Oh, they're here. Okay. So I only upgraded one of them. That's so weird. Well, I don't have much money left, but I will do this, I suppose. And we'll have three of these here. And at that point, we don't even need this. Although yeah, let's just honestly, I guess we just remove the left equipment slots then. Strange, very strange. Okay, so new build, new build. By the way, we now have only the expansion slots here. For the one the one triple up here, and let's play the game. Let's see how this goes. Now I will not to be rude to the game here. I think they don't do an amazing job of tutorializing all of the mechanics of the game. Like the upgrade system, I think is permanent, but I'm not sure. It says it's kind of permanent, but maybe that's a lie. It's hard to say. Um, but Either way, we'll roll this. And right off the bat, boom. Expansion slot acquired. Now we have no money, so we can't roll again. I will take an Atom Beam here, I suppose. I'll put it on the right side. And then, instead of upgrading or adding another beam to this here, we're going to upgrade the Atom Beam to, again, keep the pool as thin as possible, so we can find more machine learnings and more, there we go, more equipment slot upgrades. Ooh. An asteroid over there just spontaneously exploded, basically, and gave us a free item. We will take a second beam, put it on the other side here, so we can hit both directions. And we'll take this first. Ooh. Little tractor up there, don't mind that. Take another learning. Take another learning, okay. That is good news. We'll still keep looking for, what's it called? The equipment upgrade before we start taking more weapons. We'll take these credits here so we can maybe reroll a bit more. We're going to be pretty aggressive about this, too. Equipment slots, please, sir. No? Okay, well. Take this for now. Oh, uh-oh. Not mean to do that. I mean, this is just all beam weapons versus beam weapons in radius, or whatever. Take this here. We could get another Atom Beam. I'll just take more radius upgrades here. There we go. That's our last one now. Now we can start being a little more flagrant's the wrong word for it, but we can start taking a lot more weapons now. Like I'll take a Lancer beam here for sure. Add that into the mix. And we'll take a Plasma Cutter, put that in the mix here too. Okay, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot right now. As you can see, these beams do just absolutely devastate the early game. They're really good. I'll reroll this, honestly. You have money. Plasma Cutter, there we go. The +1 beam length to all beams. You do love to see that. You know, we'll put a Plasma Cutter on the other side now, too. We'll get them all in here. And eventually we'll put God Beams into the mix here as well. But that's our lowest priority, because it's kind of the worst beam out of the three of them. Oh, we're missing one of these. I thought we had all of our equipment slots. I'm done. We're missing one more. Damn. Oh well. We'll go 2 on each for now. Okay. Get another Thermal Lance in here. Okay. I don't know. These are all the same, basically. It doesn't matter too much. Not a huge deal either way there. And yeah, this is going to be pretty smooth sailing for a while, I imagine. You know what? Let's get a shield in the mix here, too. I didn't talk about it before, but I do like having just one shield. The shields are a little strange because they don't often actually block damage that would hit you. The radius of the shield is bigger than the radius of the size of your ship, I guess. So it's hard to evaluate how good they actually are, but they're not bad. Definitely take a Lancer Beam length increase here. Beam length is strong. So I do tend to take it when possible. And sure, let's add one more laser. So do I guess one more over here. So one side is gonna be like really sick, because it's gonna have the 2-2-2 split, and maybe if we can find another equipment slot, we can get even one more in there. But one of these sides is gonna be stuck with having a bunch of god lasers on it, which is not terrible, but the god lasers aren't that good. Try to break some of these asteroids if we can. Capacitors, I don't know. Doesn't matter too much. Ooh. Free item, don't mind if I do. Take your beams. Very good. Now the game, I've noticed at least, gets a lot harder at around like the 5-minute mark-ish here. And the longest, I haven't lasted that long. The longest I've actually had a, oh my god, look at how big that laser was. The longest I've actually lasted so far is like 11 minutes in the hardest endless mode, which is pretty cool. I've talked a lot about how in 20 minutes till dawn, I hate the endless mode because it is too easy to just survive forever. Take a focus laser here. Yeah, I don't like how it takes, like, you know, a million billion years to die in that game, and you can just go forever and ever. This game feels like it does a good job of the difficulty scaling to the point where it's pretty much impossible to survive forever. You can probably get some builds that go a really, really long time, I imagine, but it's tough to make them never die. So I like that quite a bit. Anyway. Let's see. Now, one thing that's important to know is that you can, in theory, just spin like this, but I don't like it that much. I feel like you're better off spending your time just actually focusing down enemies if you can. Ooh, another atom beam, sure. You have one atom. You know, let's get the right side set up here now. The right side has the 2-2-2 mix there. And we're eventually going to run out of beams to actually find, so we'll have to put god beams in. Good tick increase, why not? 2 damage might not seem like that much, but when you look at the damage the lasers actually do, it's like 10 damage per tick, usually. So those damage increases are actually pretty significant. They just tick really fast. Now, I don't remember if I talked about it at the start of the video, but one thing that's really annoying about this build is that it is very annoying to actually aim your lasers. You know, it doesn't go where your mouse is pointing. It goes to your right and left, right? So it's very easy to try to shoot and then like not. It's like disorienting almost, right? It'd be like aim, you're like, oh, left turns my ship to the left. So I go left and I go left and I go left and then I keep going left, and you realize that your ship, you know, is not turning left anymore, right? I think there's like different control setups too. There might be some that are just like better for this type of build, so maybe I should look into that a little bit. But it is very annoying. I will say that, to aim this damn thing. But it's pretty strong, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. We gotta remember that our right side is a lot stronger right now than our left side, so when we need to, like, focus fire, we should try our best to aim our right side of our ship. It's also very disorienting, because it's hard to tell where your right side actually is a lot of the times. Ooh, a little armor plate there dropped. So let's pick that up real quick. There we go. Now, there are upgrades to make your laser pierce better. I don't really understand what that means, so I usually don't take it. I'm gonna take a beam cutter here. Yeah, I don't really understand what that means as far as, like, the laser looks like it already does pretty much pierce. So I don't know what pierce upgrades tend to do, but I have noticed that when I do take them, it does seem to make the lasers look bigger. So I don't know. Maybe Pierce is just like a triggered chance to like. And it's not every time too. It's weird. It's very strange. It looks to me like the Pierce upgrade seems like a % chance to make your laser like double the width or something. I don't know. I don't know how useful it is, but it doesn't seem terrible. Oh, my mouse is being a little funky. Hold on 1 second. I think I got a little bit of dust in the sensor there. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. Mouse is good now. Could maybe we got a lot of credits. We could maybe spend a little bit of time re-rolling to try to find that last equipment slot. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. If you haven't noticed, it does become much harder to level up. It takes a lot of XP to actually, you know, keep leveling up, which is why your deck being... Oh, shit. Oh, God. But I got confused which way the ship was facing there when I boosted. Sure, give me attack speed increases, sure. I forgot what I was saying. Shit. Oh yeah, so that's why you want to be careful about keeping your deck too bulky, because you're only going to see so many cards, and you want to see the correct cards. Like we're level, what are we, level 30 I think right now, something like that. Ooh, about to be level 31, I hope. Oh, there's our last equipment. Nice, I'll take that. It's very nice to see. Yeah, we're level 31. So yeah, it's a little. If your deck is like 45, 50 cards, I don't know if it's realistic, but in this difficulty mode, at least, you're never gonna see all your cards. So you don't want junk cards. It's like the same principle as deck building in any like TCG game, right? Like, you know, you always want your deck to be the minimum deck size allowed, pretty much. So that way you can, you know, always find your most impactful cards. I will, like I said before, the longest I've lasted is about 10 minutes. Or 11 minutes, I think. So, oop. I don't know if we're going to get that far this time. But I would say this is pretty respectable. And if you wouldn't say that, if you think this is a bad run, then, like, you know, I'd love to hear a comment about what builds are better than this one. This has worked pretty well for me so far. I've had the most luck with it in the higher difficulties here. And just, honestly, any info you have, because, like, there's a lot I just don't get about this game as far as, like, the mechanics of it. A lot of it just seems kind of weird, to me at least. So I don't know. So also, let's boost out of here. We're getting kind of cornered there, which I don't love. Okay. Getting some lag, too. What the heck? We can sneak out this way here, and then boost up. There we go, good. Wouldn't hate seeing another attractor, but, you know, shouldn't go too out of our way to find it. Oh, we're getting the cockroaches showing up now. Okay, we need to escape here. Hold on one moment, please. Thank you, shield. That's a time where the shield definitely did save us from taking some damage, so thank you. Gotta remember that our right side is more powerful, so we should do our best to, like, if we see like a strong enemy like this, we gotta do our best to focus it down with the right side of our ship rather than the left side. When possible. Oh, uh-oh. These little guys are hard to see. And they're starting to not die instantly to the laser, so I think we're just about to die. We're still hanging on by a thread. We're not dead quite just yet. And we go this way, squeeze through. Do our best to we're pretty much just running now. We're staying away from the giant horde if we can. Just finding a little spot to kind of weave through and then boosting through it. Survival strats, if you will. Ooh, is that an armor panel up here somewhere? It would be nice to get a little bit of extra armor here into the mix. Okay. Not bad, not bad. It would be cool to get to 15 minutes here. If we can last that long, that'd be nice. Although I think, you know, my retreat there is starting to catch up with me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yep. There come all the boys. Anyway, that's my build. I think that went pretty well in the grand scheme of things. I don't know how I don't know if the 50,000 score is good or not. I mean the game just came out, right? So I'm gonna call this the best build. Maybe it's not. It's you know the burden of proof is on you, the viewers, to find a better build. I guess this is the best one I've found so far. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I will see you for the next one. Goodbye.